Special guest went to a disco one night a few years ago. A man came up to her and said, "How would you like to be a model?" She thought that was about the oldest pickup line in the book. The bloke was fair dinkum. He was a fashion scout, and Claudia Schiffer took her first steps towards international stardom.
German-born Claudia Schiffer might have become a lawyer like her dad, but a chance meeting in a disco in Dusseldorf launched what's been called a living love affair with the camera. Legendary designer Karl Lagerfeld said it's impossible to take a bad picture of Claudia. She's more than a model, he says. She's a star. Others say she's sheer perfection, dancing on the pinnacle of the modeling world. The lady herself takes all the adulation with a grain of salt. She's still a small-town girl at heart, with a weakness for dark chocolate and a desire to mature into a serene citizen of the world. Proud of herself, not just as a model, but as a woman.
Well, you saw this lovely lady at work a little earlier on, a vision in white. Now would you please welcome Dusseldorf's most exquisite export, Claudia Schiffer. Welcome.
Welcome.
Nice to see you again. 3 times in Australia.
Yeah, third time.
Third time, all right. Are you, I'm 6'9", so you've got to be what?
5'11".
5'11"?
6'9".
Do you travel well, do you fly well, or do you suffer from jet lag?
I suffer from jet lag.
How do
There
you
are little tricks that you can do, but to fly from here to Australia is no trick anymore.
No trick, you can't beat it?
No.
So what do you do?
I take vitamin C and, things like that.
Do you feel like the most beautiful girl in the world, as you've been called, when you get off the plane here in Australia?
No.
Like everybody else, I guess. Now, I mentioned the story about the disco, and was it in Dusseldorf too?
Yeah, it was in Düsseldorf.
It wasn't a joke? Tell me the story.
No, it's true. I went out dancing the weekend with friends, and there was this French guy came up saying, "Do you want to be a model?" And I thought, oh, good pickup. Good line. But he was serious, he talked to my family, and a couple of weeks later I went to Paris and the whole thing started.
That was it. So you meant to do law?
I wanted to go to university, and this day changed my life.
Okay. Will you go back and do, because your dad's a lawyer, will you go back and do law?
No, I won't anymore. It's too long of a study. So. I changed my mind.
All right. Now listen, we keep reading about it. Everyone describes you as perfect and the most beautiful woman. Bo Derek was a 10. She said she wasn't perfect. Are you a 10?
No. Of course. No, I am.
You're a 9. So what's wrong with you?
No, I mean, nobody's perfect. So. I won't tell you.
You won't tell me,
No.
all right. Is there a pressure in being beautiful? I mean, can you slob around? Can you go out in your spare time away from your apartment and just wear ordinary clothes, or have you got to look beautiful?
No, I can do anything I want.
Okay. You've just had your summer vacation in Europe. So where does Claudia Schiffer go on vacation?
I'm going every year to Spain, Mallorca.
Do you have a house there?
My family has a house, so yeah. I go there since I'm very little.
Okay, for 3 weeks, and this is...
3 weeks.
What happens now?
Now I stay here for a week. I'll be on Saturday in Sydney, on Monday in Brisbane,
Right.
and then I go back to Paris.
And then for the rest of the year, is the rest of the year slotted out for you?
Yeah, it's booked out till December, till I go back on ski vacation.
On a ski vacation?
Yeah.
Tough life. Tough life.
Yeah, very tough.
Tell me about fashion weaknesses. Every woman has a fashion weakness, whether it's she can't resist shoes or handbags or blouses. What's yours?
Mine is pullovers.
Pullovers?
Yeah.
Sweaters?
Sweaters.
So how many sweaters do you have to figure?
20 or so.
Would you?
20.
Okay. Now what about jeans?
Jeans, I got 3 pairs.
Is that all?
Hmm?
But jeans would be obviously an essential item in anyone's wardrobe.
Yeah, but I mean, 3 is enough, no?
3's enough? Can I wear one at a time?
Put it in the washing machine.
All right. The reason I ask that is because we're going to go bush in this first segment. We're going to take you somewhere in Australia. But would you like to introduce it?
Okay.
Okay, it's all yours.
I'd love to. In this collection, there's a strong emphasis on denim, chambray, and drills, even for underwear, as we'll see. I haven't been to the Kimberley, but Ray tells me it's really beautiful. So we're going to take you there right now with the Moody Blues.
Welcome back. Now, as I mentioned there, the clothing industry in Australia is worth $10 billion a year. Worldwide, fashion is a $1,800 billion industry. That's a 1 and an 8, followed by 11 zeros. Well, that's a huge pile of money that you and Linda sit on top of. Do you realise that if you decide to wear flares or something, that women around the world are going to copy you, that you've got that sort of power?
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
You're aware of that?
Yeah.
So what have you done? Were you responsible for the hippie gear, the flares, or someone else?
I don't really know. I wear those kind of jeans also, and this kind of clothing, but I don't know if I was the one that started. I don't think so.
Now, you went out when you arrived yesterday, got off the plane jet-lagged,
yeah.
and bought some clothes.
Yeah, I went around shopping, and I realized that you have a lot of grunge clothes here in Australia. It's certainly, in Melbourne.
Right.
So I bought all my winter collection here, and it was very nice.
Is the grunge still big in Europe, still in Germany?
Yeah,
in Paris?
it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, listen, if you were on a desert island in terms of essentials, or let's say a barrier reef island, not a desert island, what would you take? You're allowed 5 things, 5 essentials to take. What would you take?
First, I would take my sun cream, then my bikini, then a nice evening dress in case I meet somebody, and then a white shirt and a book.
And a book?
Yeah.
Anyone particular? Who are you reading at the moment?
I'm reading at the moment the book of Marlene Dietrich, written by her daughter, Maria Drever.
Okay. You've done no acting, though, have you, at the moment? Are you studying acting?
I'm studying acting. I'm taking acting class in New York.
Okay. With a film in mind, or are you just sort of hopeful?
I'm still reading the scripts that I receive, and so far I haven't found one that I really liked, so still waiting.
Okay. Now, you mentioned a bikini, but you don't model swimming costumes.
No.
Why not?
Because I'm too shy.
Would you mind introducing the next collection for us?
Okay. This is streetwise fashion. You could almost call it anti-fashion, breaking out and breaking all the rules. But first, let's set the scene with a quick trip back to 1969, the year of Woodstock and the summer of love and peace. Welcome back to Myer Grace Brothers' vision of spring and summer 1993. I'm Claudia Schiffer. I'm with Ray Martin. Ray, shall we go to the garden party?
Well, let's talk about the garden party, eh?
Okay.
What's involved in that? Now, let's take me to a garden party. Where would you go to a garden party?
Where?
Yeah.
I would probably go at the French coast, Côte d'Azur.
Côte d'Azur, sounds
Yeah.
good. And what do you call home, then? Where do you live?
I live between Monaco and Paris.
Tough life, again.
Yep.
Now, what about for you? We mentioned earlier, what do you prefer? Do you like the catwalk?
No, I prefer TV spots.
TV?
Yeah.
Like this?
Like this and like TV commercials also.
Okay. Is this where I mentioned Revlon?
Yes.
Okay.
Please?
Please? She said, please mention Revlon.
Oh.
Okay. So, Revlon obviously is one of the, top half dozen prizes for a model in the world?
Yeah, well, first of all, to get a cosmetic contract is one of the dreams of a model. And I got my contract with one of the leading companies, which is Revlon.
Right.
And it's a great contract.
Contract's probably worth $10.
Yeah, about it.
Okay.
About that.
Can you go anywhere these days and not be mobbed and not be the centre of attention? Is there any in the world where you're sort of comfortable?
Yeah, in Monaco I'm very comfortable, actually.
In Monaco?
Yeah.
You've got a good friend in Monaco?
Yes? Several, not only one.
Several. Okay. So, but in Paris, could you walk out in Paris these days and be comfortable, or have you got to be, the cameras going and people wanting to talk to you?
No, people want to talk to me and ask for photographs, but I'm still comfortable. I don't mind it at all.
But you like the notoriety? You like the fact that people recognise you and want to talk to you, want your autograph and photograph?
Yeah, no, I think it's nice and sweet. As long as they're nice, and then I don't mind it.
Okay. Now, would you like to introduce the next collection?
Okay.
Please.
In the Garden Party collection, we see a return to old world-style colors and fabrics. Dresses are back in floating, fluid fabrics like silk and georgette. And the accessories will be big and bold, white-brimmed hats and long necklaces in pearl and crystal. It's a very romantic look. Here is the Garden Party.